Hi viewers, this is our third video regarding series of Laravel AJAX interview questions and answers. Here in this video, we will be listing the most frequently asked Laravel AJAX short questions, or you can say that interview questions and their answers, with the belief that they will be helpful for you to gain higher marks. Also, to let you know that Laravel 8 video has been played under the guidance of industry professionals and covered all the current competencies and for freshers as well as experienced candidates to get there right. There are various features associated with Laravel: object relational mapping, query building, application logic development of applications, reverse routing. It works more efficiently by accessing relational databases, which makes application deployment, orientation, and developments easy. Stay tuned for the latest advancements and best Laravel interview questions. Laravel 8 Top 100s Laravel's frequently asked top interview questions and answers. Explain the difference between authentication and authorization. Authentication means confirming user identities through credentials, while authorization refers to gathering access to the system. Defined to listeners. Listeners are used to handling events and exceptions. The most common listener in Laravel for login event is login listener. Differentiate between delete and softDeletes. Delete. Remove all record from the database table. SoftDeletes. It does not remove the data from the table. It is used to flag any record as deleted. How can you make real-time sitemap.xml file in Laravel? You can create all web pages of a website to tell the search engine about the organizing site content. The crawlers of search engine read this file intelligently to crawl a website. What is Faker in Laravel? It is a type of module or packages which are used to create fake data. This data can be used for testing purpose. Can also be used to generate numbers, addresses, date time, payments, and lorem text. Number 66. How do you know about policies classes? Policies classes include authorization logic of Laravel application. These classes are used for a particular model or resource. What is rollback last migration? Need to use Artisan command to roll back the last migration. 68. What do you mean by Laravel Dusk? Laravel Dusk is a tool which is used for testing JavaScript enabled applications. It provides powerful browser automation and testing API. 69. Define Laravel Echo. It is a JavaScript library that makes possible to subscribe and listen to channels Laravel events. You can use npm package manager to install Echo. 70. Explain named route. Name route is a method generating routing path. The chaining of these routes can be selected by applying the name method onto the description of route. 71. Explain open source software. Open source software is a software which source code is freely available. The source code can be shared and modified according to the user requirement. 72. What is loggin in Laravel? It is a technique in which system log generated errors. Logging is helpful to increase the reliability of the system. Laravel supports various login modes like syslog, daily, single, and error log modes. 73. Define localization. It is a feature of Laravel that supports various languages to be used in the application. A developer can store strings of different languages in a file, and these files are stored at resources/views folder. Developers should create a separate folder for each supported language. 74. How will you use of dd function? This function is used to dump contents of a variable to the browser. The full form of dd is dump and die. 75. Define eloquent. Eloquent is an ORM used in Laravel. It provides simple active record implementation, working with the database. Each database table has its model, which is used to interact with the table. 76. What are the name of some inbuilt authentication controllers of Laravel? Laravel installation has an inbuilt set of common authentication controllers. These controllers are register controller, login controller, reset password controller, forget password controller. 77. State Laravel Guard. Laravel Guard is a special component that is used to find authenticated users. The incoming requested is initially routed through this guard to validate credentials entered by users. Guards are defined in config/auth.php file. 78. Define Laravel API rate limit. It is a feature of Laravel. It provides handle throttling. Rate limiting helps Laravel developers to develop a secure application and prevent DOS attacks. 79. How to configure a mail in Laravel. Laravel provides APIs to send an email on local and live server. 80. Define auth. It is a method of identifying user login credential with a password. In Laravel, it can be managed with a session which takes two parameters, username and password. 81. Define collections in Laravel. Collections is a wrapper class to work with arrays. Laravel eloquent queries use a set of the most common functions to return database result. 82. What is the use of db facade? db facade is used to run SQL queries like create, select, update, insert, and delete. 83. What is the use of object relational mapping? Object relational mapping is a technique that helps developers to address, access, and manipulate objects without considering the relation between object and their data sources. 84. Define the concept of routing in Laravel. It allows routing all your application requests to the controller. Laravel routing acknowledges and accepts a uniform resource identifier with a closure. 85. Define AJAX in Laravel. AJAX stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's a web development technique that is used to create asynchronous web applications. In Laravel, response and JSON functions are used to create asynchronous web applications. 86. Explain a session in Laravel. Session is used to pass user information from one web page to another. Laravel provides various drivers like a cookie, array, file, memcached, and Redis to handle session data. 87. Explain Laravel Forge. Laravel Forge helps in organizing and designing of a web application. Although the manufacturers of the Laravel framework developed this tool, it can automate the deployment of every web application that works on a PHP server. 88. Define an observer. Model observers is a feature of Laravel. It is used to make clusters of event listeners for a model. Method names of these classes depict the eloquent event. Observers classes method receive the model as an argument. 89. Explain the use of the Bootstrap Directory. It is used to initialize a Laravel project. This Bootstrap directory contains app.php file that is responsible for bootstrapping the framework. 90. List out common artisan commands used in Laravel. Laravel supports following artisan commands: PHP artisan down, colon, PHP artisan up, colon, PHP artisan make semicolon, controller, colon, PHP artisan make semicolon, model, colon, PHP artisan make semicolon, migration, colon, PHP artisan make semicolon, middleware. 91. State the difference between CodeIgniter and Laravel. Parameter HTTPS port. In CodeIgniter partially support HTTPS. Therefore, programmers can use the URL to secure the data transmission process by creating PATS. In Laravel supports custom HTTPS routes. The programmers can create a specific URL for HTTPS route they have defined. Parameter support of ORM. In CodeIgniter does not support object relational mapping. In Laravel supports ORM. ORM means that object relational mapping. Support of other database management system. In CodeIgniter, it supports Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, IBM DB2, PostgreSQL, JDBC, and OrientDB compatible. In Laravel, it supports PostgreSQL, MySQL, MongoDB, and Microsoft BI, but CodeIgniter additionally supports other databases like Microsoft SQL Server, DB2, Oracle, etc. Programming paradigm. In CodeIgniter, it is component oriented, and in Laravel, it is object oriented. Provide authentication. In CodeIgniter, it does provide user authentication. In Laravel, it has inbuilt user authentication. Thank you for watching this video. Please also subscribe my channel and share my video. Thank you.